Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to wait for a couple of minutes for Undersecretary Mr. Jacob Helberg. He's on his way and he would be here with us very soon. It's an important occasion, especially when we talk of Pact Silica. It's a historic agreement between the two governments, between the two biggest and the oldest democracies of the world. And so we are here to listen to our distinguished guests as they present their views, their remarks on Pact Silica. This is one agreement which would change the way both the countries work in this particular domain. Ladies and gentlemen, we have distinguished speakers who are going to join us, and then a very, very important signing agreement procedure, the protocols that need to be followed. We are also going to have a photo op session after this. Ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, may I please request Mr. Sanjay Mehrotra, the CEO of Micron, to kindly come on the stage and present his keynote address. Mr. Sanjay Mehrotra.
Good morning. On behalf of Micron Technology, I want to say we are super excited to be here participating in this phenomenal AI summit. Micron is a semiconductor technology leader in memory and storage. Memory and storage are critical to driving AI. As contextual processing becomes larger and as real-time demands on performance are placed on AI systems, they need more and more memory. I'm very proud to say that Micron is the only company in the Western Hemisphere that develops and manufactures memory and storage, and we have had successive generations of leadership in DRAM technology as well as NAND technology. But I'm also very proud today, later, with this Pact Silica initiative that will be signed here, bringing the technology collaboration closer between US and India. Micron, since 2019, has had large presence here in India with R&D centers in Bangalore, in Hyderabad, employing nearly 4,000 employees today. What I'm proud is that Micron has 60,000 patents worldwide, one of the most innovative companies, but also a manufacturing powerhouse. Some of our most advanced DRAM products are being designed right here in India in collaboration with our teams in the US. In fact, we have now, in this short period since 2019, we now have 300 inventors with number of patents approaching nearly 2,000 that have been contributed by the innovative, phenomenal team here in India. Very proud also of Micron's investment in bringing advanced packaging, assembly, and test technologies here to Sanand, Gujarat. In fact, Micron is making an investment of $2.75 billion here in Gujarat. We'll talk more about it in the fireside chat a little bit later. And those investments now are going to be bringing a grand opening coming up soon, where packaging and assembly will be done of advanced memory wafers produced worldwide. So this is a pioneering project here in India. The size of this facility that has been built is 500,000 square feet. So imagine that clean room is the size of 10 cricket fields. The amount of steel that has been used in that is about 3.5 times of Eiffel Tower. The amount of concrete that is used in that is size of 100 Olympic-sized swimming pools. This is the pioneering project of semiconductor manufacturing here in India, and Micron is proud to have partnered with the central government as well as the government in Gujarat, bringing this project to Sanand. Modi ji's government has provided tremendous support and really policy that encourages investment here in India. So without further ado, having shared some of the importance of memory and storage in terms of driving AI infrastructure worldwide, and the importance of Micron here in India in R&D as well as in manufacturing. I would now like to pass it back to our hosts here in continuing with the regularly scheduled program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mehrotra. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me now in inviting Honorable Mr. Jacob Hellberg, Undersecretary of State for Economic Affairs, to deliver his remarks.
Good morning. It's a profound honor to be here in Delhi at the India AI Impact Forum to mark a historic milestone in the partnership between the United States and India. Today, we signed the Pax-Silica Declaration, a document that's not merely an agreement on paper, but a roadmap for a shared future. There's a line from antiquity attributed to Alexander the Great that famously said that the peoples of Asia were slaves because they had not yet learned to pronounce the word no. Alexander viewed himself as a conqueror speaking to a world of subjects, and after traveling 11,000 miles for 8 years, it was in India that Alexander finally met his match and turned around. He did not know India, and India said no. The truth is, both of our nations were forged by that very word. Both of our nations claimed their freedom by learning to say no. We are the people who looked at a king oceans away and refused to quietly acquiesce. We rejected the counsel of polite society and broke centuries of colonial rule to take our destiny into our own hands. That spirit of defiance, that insistence on self-determination, is the fire that burns at the heart of both of our democracies. And today we are called upon to summon that spirit once again. For too long, we have allowed the foundations of our economic security to drift. We find ourselves grappling with a global supply chain that is massively over-concentrated. We watch as our friends and allies face daily threats of economic coercion and blackmail, forced to choose between their sovereignty and their prosperity. We have seen the lights of a great Indian city extinguished by a keystroke from across the border. And we've seen our friends denied essential minerals simply because a leader dared to speak her mind. So today, as we sign the Pax-Silica Declaration, we say no to weaponized dependency, and we say no to blackmail. And together, we say that economic security is national security. But we must be precise about what that word means. There are some who use the words like global governance and sovereignty in the same breath, just like Orwell used freedom and slavery interchangeably. America and India are not deceived. Sovereignty does not come from a global bureaucracy. It comes from builders, from the very builders present in this room today. It comes from the builders of smelters and oil wells, airplanes and expressways. And it comes from the hardworking people who physically build the rails of the future. And through the joint statement that we're signing today, the United States and India are affirming our embrace of a pro-innovation approach to AI against those who would constrain us to set us back. But our fundamental mission is not resistance, it's renewal. We are forging a supply chain that is the foundation for prosperity. We are building a new architecture that diffuses intelligence, placing the awesome power of AI into the palm of our people's hands and unleashing a wave of unprecedented possibility. From the minds to the models, we are securing the full stack of the future, the minerals deep in the earth, the silicon wafers in our labs and fabs, and the intelligence that will unleash human potential. Pax-Silica is our declaration that the future belongs to those who build. And when free people join forces, we do not wait for the future to be given to us, we build it ourselves. I want to end by thanking my good friend and colleague, Ambassador Sergio Gore. Sergio and his leadership has been the bridge for this very moment. His work to bring our nations closer together is a testament to the vital importance that the United States places on this friendship. Sergio, thank you for your service and your energy. Will you please all join me in giving Ambassador Gore a very warm welcome?
Good morning, namaste. It is great to be here with you all. Thank you, Jacob. I want to just say a quick word about Jacob. Jacob's an incredible friend, but Jacob also cares deeply about this relationship. This initiative, PB-SHABD, would not be happening if it's not for Jacob Hellberg. So a round of applause to him. What an honor to stand before all of you here today, here in New Delhi, at this historic moment as we welcome India into PB-SHABD. Just over a month ago, I arrived in this extraordinary nation as the US ambassador. In my first weeks, I've walked the halls of South Block, met with innovators in Bangalore, and broke bread with entrepreneurs who are building the future. What struck me most wasn't just India's scale, although that is breathtaking. It's India's resolve, the determination to chart your own course. I keep talking about the limitless potential between our two nations, and I truly mean it. From the trade deal to PB-SHABD to defense cooperation, the potential for our two nations to work together is truly limitless. And I aim to fulfill that over the next 3 years that I'm here. Earlier this month, we concluded the interim trade agreement, a deal that shapes the economic contours of the Indo-Pacific. We overcame friction points that had held us back for far too long. That agreement wasn't just about trade flows or tariff schedules. It was about two great democracies saying we will build together, not just buy from one another. And now today, we take the next step. India joins PB-SHABD, the coalition that will define the 21st century economic and technological order. I'm delighted to welcome Jacob here. I'm also delighted to welcome the OSTP Director, Michael Kratsios, who's the head of our delegation at this very important summit. The U.S. leads in a strategic coalition, which is designed to secure an entire silicon stack, from the mines we extract critical minerals, to the fabs where we manufacture chips, to the data centers where we deploy frontier AI. It's a coalition of capabilities that replaces coercive dependencies with a positive-sum alliance of trusted industrial bases. PB-SHABD will be a group of nations that believe technology should empower free people and free markets. India's entry into PB-SHABD isn't just symbolic, it's strategic, it's essential. India is a nation with deep talent, deep enough to rival challengers. India's engineering depth offers critical capabilities for this vital coalition. In addition to talent, India has made important strides towards critical mineral processing capacity, and that's something that we're fully engaged on also. Policies that will reinforce US-India tech cooperation will power AI innovation and adoption for years to come. We can share trusted AI technology with the world, and especially with partners like India. And critically, India brings strength. Peace doesn't come from hoping adversaries will play fair. We all know they won't. Peace comes through strength. India understands this. India understands strong borders. India understands this part of the world. That strength, that sovereignty, is exactly what PB-SHABD amplifies. Because here's the truth, strength multiplies when it's connected. When Minister Vaishnaw and Minister Jaishankar traveled to Washington in recent weeks, they came as partners, forging the future. Their discussions on critical minerals were about interdependency among strong actors, about building supply chains that will not be held hostage. America is building coalitions of the capable and the willing. We're ensuring the technologies that will define the next century, AI, space, and advanced semiconductors, are developed, deployed, and controlled by free nations. And we're doing it in a partnership with the world's largest democracy, a nation of 1.4 billion people that share our values and our vision. We welcome India joining to co-found the future. PAC Silica is about whether free societies will control the commanding heights of the global economy. It's about whether innovation happens in Bengaluru and Silicon Valley or in surveillance states that use technology to monitor and control their people. We choose freedom, we choose partnership, we choose strength. And today, with India's entry into PAC Silica, we choose to win. Thank you all.
Thank you, His Excellency Ambassador Sergio Gore, for re-strengthening and highlighting the enduring ties between our two nations and also for the shared vision that underpins today's milestone. May I now request Honorable Minister Shri Ashwini Vaishnav to address the August gathering.
Lots of young people here. कैसा जोश है? पता नहीं चला. अभी भी पता नहीं चला. आपकी जनरेशन में कोई अलग तरीका भी है? Loud cheer. Yes. अब पता चला कि there is some जोश. एक बार और. Excellent. Good. Now we start. एक और. भारत माता की. भारत माता की. ये रियल जोश है. Thank you very much, Under Secretary Helberg, Mr. Crestios, Ambassador Gore, Sundar, Sanjay, the entire team which has worked, Secretary Krishnan. I would like to extend my special thanks to Minister Jaishankar, Minister Piyush Goyal, and to the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, who has made all this possible, this entire AI Impact Summit, the silicon supply chain that we are building, and that huge set of new opportunities which are coming for the young population which is here. Give a big round of applause for the entire team which has worked for it. We are not just holding a summit here. We are building the future. We are laying the foundation for the young generation. आप सबकी जनरेशन के लिए एक नया फाउंडेशन बन रहा है, एक नया आपके लिए नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज आए, उस सब की आज नींव रखी जा रही है, जिससे आने वाले समय में आप लोग अपनी जर्नी वहां तक लेके जाए जहां भारत को एक विकसित भारत बनाने का सपना है. भारत आज एक यंग नेशन है. 28 years मीडियन एज. लंबी ग्रोथ का पाथ है. 2047 में भी भारत एक यंग नेशन रहेगा with 37 years की मीडियन एज. And that means beyond 2047 also there will be a growth period of another 50 years. Another 50 years. उस ग्रोथ के भागीदार आप होंगे, उस ग्रोथ को बनाने वाले आप सब यंग माइंड्स होंगे, उस ग्रोथ का जो बेनिफिट लेना है उसका भी, उसके भागीदार भी आप सब होंगे. 1947 से अगर यही स्पिरिट रहती तो कितनी कंपाउंडिंग हो गई होती भारत की ग्रोथ में, वी कैन ऑल इमेजिन. कोई दिक्कत नहीं, 2014 से ही सही. अब इस कंपाउंडिंग का बेनिफिट आपकी जनरेशन को मिलेगा. I would like to thank all the participants and special thanks to the efforts done by Ambassador Sergio Gore, Under Secretary Helberg, and Mr. Crestios for making India part of the PAC Silica. And there are good reasons for it. Today, our talented engineers are designing the most complex, most advanced 2 nanometer chips here in India. 2 nanometer chips. और दोस्तों 2 नैनोमीटर चिप्स 2 नैनोमीटर की चिप्स दुनिया में डिजाइन करने वाले लोग इस हाथ से ज्यादा काउंट नहीं कर सकते. ये कैपेबिलिटी हमारे इंजीनियर्स की है. We all know semiconductor industry will need about 1 million more talented people. 1 million more. 10 लाख से ज्यादा सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री में टैलेंट की रिक्वायरमेंट है. 10 लाख लोगों की. वो टैलेंट कहां से आएगा? कहां से आएगा? कहां से आएगा? यहीं से आएगा. और उसकी तैयारी कैसे की है? 315 यूनिवर्सिटीज, 315 यूनिवर्सिटीज. आज स्टूडेंट्स के पास में वर्ल्ड के बेस्ट सेमीकंडक्टर डिजाइन टूल्स हैं. सिनॉप्सिस के, कैडेंस के, सीमेंस के, और एब्सोल्युटली फ्री. स्टूडेंट्स को 1 रुपया भी वहां पे कॉस्ट नहीं देनी पड़ती. और इसका रिजल्ट आया है. ये 22 में प्रोग्राम चालू किया था. आज आसाम से, जम्मू कश्मीर से, उड़ीसा से, राजस्थान से, छत्तीसगढ़ से, तेलंगाना से, केरल से, तमिलनाडु से, सब जगह से स्टूडेंट्स चिप्स डिजाइन कर रहे हैं. कुछ लोग हैं जो चिप्स कहते हैं, पोटैटो चिप्स याद आती है उनको. छोड़ो उनको, वो अभी थोड़ा रोना धोना है उनका, चलता रहेगा. कभी पार्लियामेंट में रोते हैं, कभी कहाँ रोते हैं. चलता रहेगा वो सब. तो हमें आगे बढ़ना है. देश को एक दिशा, एक क्लियर एम, एक क्लियर गोल है देश के सामने. और उसमें है सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री में, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंडस्ट्री में लीडरशिप लेनी है दुनिया की. आज जब 315 यूनिवर्सिटीज और कॉलेजेस के नौजवान चिप डिजाइन करते हैं, उनके लिए SCL मोहाली में चिप को फैब्रिकेट करने की, मैन्युफैक्चर करने की, टेस्ट करने की फैसिलिटी है. अगेन फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. एक जब स्टूडेंट निकले कॉलेज से, सेमीकंडक्टर की बात केवल डिस्कशन में नहीं रहनी चाहिए. कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ जाना चाहिए. जब इंटरव्यू में बैठे, जब स्टार्टअप VC के सामने जाए, मैंने ये चिप डिजाइन की है, ये चिप वर्किंग है, ये वैलिडेटेड है, ये सर्टिफिकेट है, मैं जानता हूं इस सब्जेक्ट को. उस कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ हमारे नौजवान आज इंडस्ट्री में जा रहे हैं. तो ये 1 मिलियन का टैलेंट भारत से ही आएगा. और ये 315 का नंबर हर हफ्ते बढ़ रहा है. हम लोग शुरुआत जब की थी 50 यूनिवर्सिटीज का सोचा था. बहुत तेजी से वी वेंट टू 100 यूनिवर्सिटीज, और तेजी से गए 150, 200, अब 300 यूनिवर्सिटीज में. अभी हाल ही में डावोस में सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री का राउंड टेबल था. मैंने इंडस्ट्री को ऐसे ही पूछा कि भाई बताओ, दुनिया में कितने देश है जहां पे, कितनी यूनिवर्सिटीज है जहां पे कैडेंस, सिनॉप्सिस, सीमेंस, सारे के सारे डिजाइन EDA टूल्स स्टूडेंट्स को अवेलेबल है. काउंट करने लगे, 20 से ज्यादा काउंट नहीं कर पाए पूरी दुनिया में. भारत में 315. ये कैपेबिलिटी अपने को डेवलप करनी, ये स्केल डेवलप करना है. और दुनिया में भारत आज एक ट्रस्टेड कंट्री की तरह देखा जाता है. इंडिया इज अ ट्रस्टेड कंट्री, एंड दैट्स बिकॉज आवर प्राइम मिनिस्टर श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी हैज conducted the foreign policy in a way where the trust and respect, the respect of a 5,000-year-old civilization, that gravitas, that जो भारत की सिविलाइजेशन का ठहराव है, वो ठहराव आज दुनिया मानती है, वो ग्रेविटास आज दुनिया मानती है. और इसीलिए भारत पे ट्रस्ट है. उस ट्रस्ट के कारण आज पैक्स सिलिका का हिस्सा भारत बन रहा है. मैं वेलकम करता हूं आप सबको, और विशेषकर जो साथी US साइड में काम किए थे, आप तीनों को माय बिगेस्ट ग्रैटिट्यूड टू ऑल द 3 ऑनरेबल गेस्ट्स फ्रॉम द US फॉर taking out time to be part of this PAX Silica signing. And I'll now request the PAC Silica signing ceremony to be done. Thank you, dosto. Bharat Mata ki. Bharat Mata ki. Thank you.
बहुत बहुत आभार माननीय मंत्री जी आपके ऊर्जावान प्रेरणादायक और दूरदर्शी संबोधन के लिए. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite the signatories to kindly proceed to the dais. Under Secretary, Mr. Jacob Hellberg, His Excellency Ambassador Sergio Gore and Honorable Ministers already on the stage. I also invite Shri S. Krishnan, Secretary, Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India, and Mr. Michael Kratsios, Director, OSTP, US. Ladies and gentlemen, and now the PAC-Silica Declaration is being signed between India and the United States of America. The PAC-Silica Declaration is being signed by Honorable Under-Secretary Jacob Hellberg, His Excellency Ambassador Sergio Gore, and the Secretary, Mr. S. Krishnan. And now, once the declaration has been signed by the respected signatories, the declaration will be exchanged. I request our distinguished guests to kindly hold up the signed declaration for the official photograph. I request our distinguished guests to kindly proceed to the photo point on the right of the stage in front of the flags for the official photograph. We are going to have an official photograph. So may I please request our distinguished guests to kindly proceed to the point in front of the flags on your right. That will give us the right picture for this photo op. So once again, we are going to have this photo op. I would like to now also request CEO of Micron, Mr. Sanjay Mehrotra, and Mr. Randhir Thakur, CEO of Tata Electronics, to please join us for a photo op on the stage. I also invite CEO of General Catalyst to come on the dais, please. I thank our distinguished guests for that photo op. It's a great moment when PAC-Silica Declaration has been signed between India and the United States of America. The photo op to commemorate this special moment. This is another historical milestone between the relationship between India and the United States of America. I thank all our distinguished guests for this photo op. I thank Honorable Minister and Mr. Michael Kratsios for being with us on this wonderful and historic occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for the furniture to be rearranged, and very soon we will now continue with the fireside conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, now we would proceed to the fireside conversation. I invite our distinguished guests to please join us for this conversation.